Good morning, children. In this video of the enemy written by Paul S. Buck, second video, I will tell you all about the process how this very man, the enemy, escapes and how Dr. Sadao helps him, as well as how General Takima required his treatment to be done, and how assassins were promised to be sent by General Takima, and how he was just able to escape from the clutches or the grip of General Takima, so that no one could blame him for such humanitarian basis that he had helped and went against the country, and he could have to go under the trial of treason. So he did not really betray the country, as well as he also served his general army. Means he was really able to fulfill both his duties as a countryman and as a doctor, that you will know. It was a matter of great danger when servants, the cook, Yumi, and the gardener really threatened to leave in protest, as Tom, the enemy, was harbored in his house. The gardener also told him that it was not a good job to be done. He was quite traditional. He had been serving in his house since he was a child. He had seen Dr. Sadao growing up and how he became the doctor. So here he was having a conflict between duty as a doctor and duty as a true patriot. He was really a doctor, as he had heard the statement of the professors in America that it is a cardinal sin if a doctor does not know the nerves and the human anatomy and he goes to operate a person. He had also learned that it is the first and foremost duty of the doctor to save the patient of a life. As a true patriot, he wanted to serve his country without harming anyone else. He did not want that the Japanese would lose the war. He did not want that Japanese should have to go under such embarrassment. But he was afraid of being called a traitor if this information was leaked by the servants. Hana was also very much scared. Whenever something happened unusual, really, she was terrified. But both of them, Hana and Dr. Sadao, resolved to save the prisoner. For that, they did operation. Dr. Sadao had an emergency bag. He probed where the bullet was, which was very close to the kidney, and Hana, just who had never given anesthesia to any patient, he just allowed her to give anesthesia with certain instructions. So Hana was just standing firm. She did not relent. She treated the prisoner in her house with respect. she gave him food, served him, and she gave him medicine. She took temperature, and Dr. Sadao also examined his pulse and gave him certain instruction, and he was saved. The general offered to help send assassins. Why? That's the reason. Here, Sadao was so much worried, and he knew that general need him because of his illness. So he told him about sheltering of that very enemy. General who favored him, and he could not let him loose because he did not want to be treated by German doctors. So he promised him that he would send such killers who would just make him die without having any physical injury, and they would let the enemy throw or bury at such places that his dead body would have never been recovered. So he was worried. He was promised that they would be sent. The first night it passed, and whenever any leaves rustled or whenever any sound was heard, he was really worried. He was asked to let the door open from where the assassins could go, but he was extraordinarily conscious. Hannah could not understand the first night. The second night, what did happen? It rained, and the wind blew hard. And so it was very terrible night. He just allowed. Hannah wanted to close the door, but he did not allow her to go, as it was night. So both of them remained quiet. The third night also passed in terror. Really, it was such a night when they could not sleep, and she was so much worried. She asked Sadao, Hannah asked Sadao, what was the reason? Why he was remained away? Why he was terrified? Why he was afraid? But the doctor did not tell his wife about the coming or arrival of assassins who were expert in killing the persons. So they were so powerful, and General Takima would send them. Because General Takima fell sick and he forgot. He forgot all about it. But gradually the enemy Tom recovered, and he was able to walk on his own feet. And once when he just got up, and it was not the time to get up, means he would get any kind of injuries, so he scolded him. So now Sadao gave the prisoner a boat, extra food, clothing, bottled water, and a flashlight, and covered his hair with a black cloth. Means now he was well prepared. He talked with the enemy without telling anything to his wife Hannah. And he was really told that if he just find a Korean fishing boat, he could go. And he also gave him certain instruction when to give one flashlight and when to give two flashlight. Means he was not allowed to cook anything else, so it was quite essential. That very island, which was just a few kilometers away from his house, was uninhabited island. So he directed him to go there. He asked him to wait for a Korean fishing boat, He told him to flash the torch twice if he ran out of wood and flash it once if he was alright. The prisoner was just sent on that very boat at night and he did not inform even his wife. Really, it was a good escape. One day, when General was all cured and he had a talk with Dr. Sadao, then he confessed that he had failed in doing his duty towards his country, justified his action that it was due to ill health and not due to lack of patriotism. Means he really wanted that it was the duty, that he had tried to save him. He had promised, but he could not send the assassin. He did not mind. But Dr. Sadao found himself that he was lucky enough that no assassins were sent. The proof of saving that very enemy could not be known to any person except the servants and Yumi and the gardener. Really, it was a good job. God also helped him here. So it was a very good chance. And thus the story comes to an end, but he remembers everything that he was taught in America. So he had really advanced his knowledge and love for humanism. Really, he is a great character who must be followed and he is really an inspiring character. Thank you, sir. Thank you.